If I asked you to think of 3 words to describe eating, would any of them be negative? Do you find yourself eating and eating to a negative result and never feeling full enjoyment or guilt-free? Hi, I'm Dr. Susan Albers, clinical psychologist, New York Times bestselling author, and mindful eater. So many of us struggle with food. We struggle with choices, and ultimately, we struggle with how we feel about ourselves based on what we eat. Here are some of the challenges that my clients commonly talk about every single day. Number 1, how to eat with a spouse or significant other who sabotages their efforts to eat healthier. You have a great meal planned out, and then you go home and they say, "Honey, I'm bringing home pizza and wings." The second challenge, how to stop eating tasty food once they get started. It's not easy to put on the brakes. The third challenge that people often talk about is dealing with boredom eating, or how to stop munching when they feel anxious. And finally, wanting to make changes and having really good intentions, but having a really hard time sticking with those decisions. Often we give up and we say, what's the point? My clients struggle with keeping their motivation up, and we work through that together. So do any of these struggles sound familiar to you? It's challenging to make a change or different choices when you constantly feel bombarded by food. And we live in a world that makes it difficult for us to eat in a mindful way. We have to face it. We're surrounded by food 24/7. Eating is legal. It's a cheap way to feel good right now. The thing is, it can change for you as well as it has for me, as well as many of my clients that I've seen over the past decade using mindful eating. You can take charge of your food impulses and do something really taboo. Find genuine pleasure when eating. Why? Because the pleasure of eating comes from a space of mindfulness and being in the moment. That's what my online course is here to teach you, mindful eating. Through the course, I will teach you about mindful eating and emotional intelligence. I will give you decision-making strategies and teach you how to successfully navigate a variety of eating scenarios. We are going to deep dive into stress eating, including its triggers, and give you a plan to reverse it. In fact, I will give you strategies on how to bring mindfulness into your eating, feeling, and thinking so you can reach a state of peace with food. I'm also giving you access to information I've been providing to my clients for a decade, making it easy for you to get the results that you want and the peace of mind that you have been searching for. You also won't be alone. Many others have already started the mindful eating techniques I've shared and are committing themselves to learning more, practicing more, and being more at peace. If you find yourself at a state of stress when at work parties, this course is for you. If you feel like you have no control over what you eat or how much of it you eat, this course is for you. This course was made to build the emotional intelligence, confidence, and good decision-making skills that can help you to succeed in your weight loss goals or managing your weight and eating healthier. But remember, you can experience pleasure when you eat. Can you imagine finding pleasure whether you're eating chocolate or an orange? This course can show you how. While we're on the topic, I want to tell you about a client I had who learned the pleasure of eating. This client had been dieting since the 5th grade. Her mother and her aunts were always on a diet. Her father was naturally thin and often made these negative comments about her mother's and her aunt's weight. Anytime my client had anything good to eat, he would give her this little bit of an evil eye and make a negative comment. So she was terrified of gaining weight and eating the foods that she loved. As a child, she would hide her Halloween candy under her bed for fear that he would take it. You can imagine, this created a kid who was afraid to eat tasty foods. Her brain said, if it tastes good, it must be bad. How did it result? It resulted in feelings of shame, feeling out of control when she did give herself permission to eat something she enjoyed. She often would overeat and sometimes even binge. In our work together, we had to rewire this automatic response that built up over all of these years. But we were able to do this, and now she can fully enjoy eating. You can have this too. I want to give you a taste of this experience of pleasure when eating. After you finish this video, give it a try. With my client, our biggest task was to tune out her inner critic. She couldn't enjoy even one single bite of anything tasty when her inner critic was talking to her. So when her inner critic would pop up, we'd do a quick exercise to quiet it down. In this exercise we do, and I'd love for you to do it along with me. First, touch your thumb to your index finger, and as you do, say, I am present. Then, touch your thumb to your middle finger, and as you do, say to yourself, I am okay just as I am. Now touch your thumb to your ring finger, and as you do, say, I am calm. I'm calm. And finally, touch your thumb to your little finger, and as you do, say, I am in charge of only this moment, not the next or the last. As you complete this progression, you'll notice your awareness shift into the moment. How did that feel? When your inner critic pops up and says, don't eat that, or you don't have any willpower, do this to bring you back into the moment and to quiet that inner voice so you can focus on eating what you are eating in a mindful, calm way. Savoring each bite instead of eating it with shame and regret lurking in the back of your mind. You truly can lose the stress around eating and instead feel joy, happiness, and pleasure when having food. Now, this is only one short technique I've given here, but in my online course, I give you so many more so you can find the ones that work for you and in efforts to create a very free and peaceful way of interacting with food. This course begins with an overview of mindful eating and emotional intelligence. You may be familiar with both terms, but we dive deeper into explaining what they are and how they can just transform your life. Then in the next 2 weeks, we'll talk about two very important and challenging topics for my clients: social eating and pleasure eating. If you have ever said to yourself, I just love food, but I don't want to overeat it, I walk you through how to successfully and skillfully navigate both of these challenging scenarios so that you don't overindulge, but still enjoy the foods that you love. Then we talk about specific skills that you can use. My favorite are the 1-minute mindful eating techniques. They're quick and they're easy. These are really practical things that you can do in the moment. They don't take a lot of time because we don't have a lot of time. As a bonus, you will receive a downloadable journal to keep notes and to answer some very important questions that will illuminate what might be keeping you stuck. I want you to have everything that you need to become a mindful eater, which is why I put this course together. For over 10 years, I've used and taught mindful eating techniques like these that I'm sharing on the online course, and I've watched them succeed time and time again. These skills gave my clients what they need to make the successful choices for their weight loss and their overall health. Mindful eating begins with choice, and it's my hope that you will choose to join me for this online course. I hope you choose peace with your food, peace with eating, and this chance to learn how it's done. I'm excited for this course, and I'm excited to share this life-changing information with you, and I look forward to seeing you in my online video course.